Hello everyone, today I'm here with IABSE's President Tina Vejrum, and I think this is the best opportunity to ask Tina to explain to our viewers and talk a little bit about IABSE. What is IABSE all about?
Thank you, Brinda. Thank you for the opportunity to really talk about something that I'm so super passionate about. The International Association for Bridge and Structural Engineering, IABSE, was founded in 1929 in Zurich, Switzerland. And it's really an interesting, you can say, basis that it was founded on, because it was only a few years after World War I. And the engineers across Europe realized that there was a need to collaborate, also to collaborate across the, you can say, the old borders. And that was really the basis for founding an institution focused on structural engineering and on rebuilding Europe. And I think it's a wonderful, you can say, vision and mission to have, to forget about politics, forget about what separates people, but really to find what unites us, what joins us together. So that was the basis for the International Association for Bridge and Structural Engineering, which today has around 2,000 members. Even better, we are present, we have members in over 100 countries. And in 61 of those countries, we have more than 6 members, which means that they have the ability to form what we call a national group. So they have enough memberships, they have enough, you can say, traction and manpower to organize their own events. And I think that's a very strong position.
And as Tina said, the mission of IABSE is all materials. I mean, we have all materials, all structures, and it's a common platform, common background where structural engineers all over the world, they're coming together, right? So would you like to talk a little bit about the aim, the current goals that the association has, and what is your, mission or goal?
Absolutely, absolutely, that's very important. So the overall objective of IABSE is to share knowledge. It is to advance the science of engineering, and in particular structural engineering, in the service of society. And again, that links back to how the association was founded. So it is really to provide services to society, to people, based on our profession as structural engineers. So we do it by openly sharing knowledge, by disseminating various advances in structural engineering to push for innovations. But it is also about having a holistic view on things. So IABSE's members are not only structural engineers. We have architects, we have people representing different, you can say, stakeholders in the industry. So we have owners of roads and buildings and bridges. We have the academia, researchers, we have consultants, we have contractors, architects, and you can say in recent years, sort of the topic of sustainability is becoming more and more important, because what we do as structural engineers, we use materials, we transport materials, so we have an impact on the CO2 footprint, and as a profession we also have an obligation to minimize our impact. And in reality, minimizing our impact or do as little harm as possible is no longer sufficient. If we want to be successful, reducing the global warming and putting it to a stop, if we want to influence and minimize the effects of climate change, then we need to look into nature positive solution. So something that is actually providing an improvement of what is there today, something that could provide a better habitat for the various species. So I think the opportunities are immense, because this is now where we need to really influence the development. So this is an exciting time to join our association.
Absolutely, absolutely. And IABSE has so many task groups, we have so many commissions, so we have experts coming from different backgrounds, different experts from different fields, and it's a common platform, as we mentioned. So we all meet together during the Congress, before the Congress, during the annual meetings, and these task groups, they have definite timelines, and they are producing books, they are producing webinars, they are producing, organizing seminars. So you must have seen the journal as well, So these are concrete steps the structural engineers who are members of IABSE are taking. And I always see this awe in, when people come, when the engineers come to our Congress. Oh, we have so and so structural engineer also attending the Congress, and I get to interact with this person live, like firsthand. And I think that's wonderful because it's so broad that you get the chance to get an overview and think about the global perspective, right? Tina?
Absolutely, Brenda. I think it's a good way of putting it, and I think also it's fair to say we're a fairly flat organization. Yeah. So we all the experts that you were talking about, these world-renowned researchers and people who have had decisive roles on mega projects, they're accessible.
Yes.
It's just a matter of walking up to them and introduce yourself and start discussing topics, because we're passionate about the same things. So we are united by our interest in the built environment and having a positive impact. So therefore I think this international community is really a strong network, and I can say personally it has helped me a lot in my career, because I come from Denmark. It's a relatively small country, 5 million inhabitants. So we don't cover everything. We need to have a global outlook in order to be successful, in order to develop. And there are lots of other countries that have similar size and scale as my country, or maybe at a different level of maturity, development, and so on. So therefore this community that has members from 100 countries, 61 national groups, there would always be someone who has a similar challenge, or who has maybe found a solution that you can take inspiration from. This is super strong, and we do need the international collaboration to solve the pressing issues. We already talked about climate change and global warming, and more extreme weather. I mean, these are global phenomena. This is not localized, and therefore it's also important that we collaborate internationally. That is the only way we can address these topics.
And as we say, IABSE is global. We are global, but with a very strong local presence, right? So just yesterday I met someone at the Congress, and he was a young engineer. I said, is she who has written so many papers also here? Because I've been referring to her paper, and she's also here. And there are so many young engineers who are really, really waiting to meet you and talk to you, Tina, because you've been working on some of the very well-renowned projects like the Great Bell Bridge, the Charakali Bridge, the Stonecutters Bridge. So imagine coming to a Congress, not just coming to a Congress, I mean just being part of IABSE. You can interact with global experts like Tina, like Tobias Ordan, like all the members that we have here. Talking about young engineers, we also have this new program called mentoring program, right? Because IABSE's mission is also to share knowledge, where our experienced engineers are sharing knowledge with the young engineers, guiding them grow in their career, which is also very important and relevant education, and making sure that we have enough engineers in the future who love to study structural engineering. Would you like to say something on this point?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I'm very proud of on behalf of IABSE. Our Young Engineers Program, or Young Engineers Commission as it is now, it is growing. There is phenomenal traction within that group of our young engineers. And we have a mentoring program, which is, it was launched this year. I had the opportunity to be part of the launch. And it is a forum where we share experiences openly. And it is very much two-way communication. So it's more about asking questions and sharing experiences than it's about sort of having a... Yeah, so Brinda, you mentioned the awards, and this is, I would say, a new thing that we have taken from what was the original basis in IABSE, the Outstanding Structures Awards and the Outstanding Paper Awards. And our previous president expanded that to a much larger portfolio of the Project and Technology Awards, to offer more opportunity really to celebrate the, you can say, the technical excellence and the innovations that take place on the projects. It is really through the realization of a project, so to go from design to construction, this is really where we push the boundaries of technology. So today we have 10 categories of various areas where IABSE is receiving nominations. We have a jury assessing them, and then the best project is selected and really celebrated within each of the categories. And it's not just the longest, tallest, biggest new world record. We have categories that are
like innovation.
Like innovation in construction, for instance, like projects that make a difference in the developing world. We have awards within rehabilitation because we see that as very important in order to limit our current carbon footprint. It is important that we extend the service life of our structures as much as possible, or that we upgrade them to new use, or if they need to be demolished, then to demolish in a controlled way so that the materials, and even better, the entire components can be reused. So we have categories that focus in particular on that, and I think that is very, very interesting.
Very true, and IABSE is really about diversity, and so talking about diversity and also collaboration, I know that you, during your presidency, you have also tried to reach out to different other associations all over the world, trying to include and have a common platform, common discussion. Would you like to talk a little bit about that, Tina?
Yeah, thank you, Brenda. That's close to my heart. I think collaboration as sort of an overarching heading is extremely important, because structural engineering is teamwork. It's not the result of one person's work. It's a result of a big team, of a multidisciplinary effort when we deliver our projects for the benefit of society. And extending that beyond our own association, we have our membership, and we have a lot of really influential, really sort of world-renowned members. But there are many other associations who are better connected locally, or associations that have a broader reach than IABSE currently has at a global scale. So therefore we see collaboration really as a win-win. We bring different things, different focus areas to the table, and then really we utilize the synergies. And recently we have had a collaboration with ICE, the Institution of Civil Engineers, ISTROD, the Institution of Structural Engineers, FIDIC and EFCA, so these are the international federations for consulting engineers. And we have been identifying a number of areas, there are many areas where we can support each other. The nature positive solutions, definitely an important area, biodiversity, and how we support providing healthy habitats for species. But also women in engineering and diversity and inclusion, because we're providing structural solutions for many people, for people with different needs, different backgrounds. And if we don't have a diverse background ourselves, our solutions will not be sort of optimal and focused towards the specific needs of people. So therefore diversity is really a must in our industry.
And that we must really thank you for expanding our horizon, for IABSE's horizons by doing so. Tina, now just a personal question. Tell me, why should someone become a member of IABSE? What are the key takeaways? How can someone really gain by being a member? So if you're watching this and you're not yet a member, so maybe this is the clue, or this is the point when you join IABSE.
There are so many good reasons to become a member, and I think each of us has...
So as I mentioned, IABSE's mission is also to share information, to share knowledge, and Congress and organizing events, symposiums, it's an important part, important activity that IABSE does regularly. We have a spring conference, we have an autumn symposium and congress, and several other young engineering colloquiums. Tina, you have been actively participating, motivating different topics, so that we come up with this platform to discuss critical topics. Would you like to talk about future congresses and symposiums, events?
I really would love to do that. Thank you, Brenda. I mean, let's start where we are now. We are in San Jose, Costa Rica, as you may be able to see from the green plants outside the window. And here the topic is beyond structural engineering in a changing world. And I think a place like Costa Rica really feels the impact of climate changes and of extreme weather. So I think it's a very suiting topic. Just going a little bit back, because it actually builds on some of our previous events. So before that, in Manchester, United Kingdom, we looked into construction's role for a world in emergency. It may sound like a little bit sinister, but it was actually a very positive experience, because what we do as structural engineers, we look for the solutions. We look for basically the answers, what can we do to mitigate and or even improve the situation. Before that, in New Delhi, in India, the topic was engineering for sustainable development, very relevant for India. Moving on, in Tokyo, in May 2025, we'll look into environmentally friendly technologies and structures, followed by Ghent in Belgium, the essence of structural engineering for society. And then the symposium is coming to my hometown, Copenhagen, Denmark, bridging advanced technologies and structural innovation. And I think, I mean, now we've been on many different continents, and this is also something we strive for in IABSE. We are international, but we also appreciate that it's not everybody who has the means or the opportunity, the possibility to travel to Europe, for instance. So therefore, we make an effort that our conferences and symposia are traveling around the world. So sometimes it will be in Asia or Pacific region. Sometimes it will be like now we're in Latin America.
After 6 years.
After a long time, we're finally back in Latin America, really profoundly enjoying it. And sometimes it's in Europe or
yes, in different parts of the world.
Exactly.
And that really emphasizes the point of global, that we are really very global, yet with a local presence as well, because the national groups are also working very hard to come up with a proposal for the Congress. And this is also a way to share what IABSE does in a country. When we have a Congress, we have a lot of local participants as well.
It is an opportunity, I think, so to bring the international community to a place. So it's really a win-win, because also the international participants, we get a flavor for what are the challenges in a place like we're in Costa Rica, but we also have many participants from Guatemala, Colombia, Mexico, all of South America. So it's really also it's a privilege for the international part of IABSE to come to a place like this and to exchange knowledge and experiences and learn to get a better understanding of the society here. So I think this is really another added benefit of what IABSE offers to our membership.
Absolutely. And I mean, talking about the activities that IABSE is involved in, IABSE recently came up with the IABSE Awards. So it's not only bringing the top structural engineers all over the world in a common platform to discuss, but it's also acknowledging them or big projects with awards.
There are so many good reasons to become a member, and I think each of us has something where this is our sort of key focus area. I can say I joined when I did my PhD, and my professor, he introduced me to IABSE because it just happened so that the conference was in Copenhagen at that point in time, and I really just, it was like a fairy tale for me. Discovering this amazing community where immediately you're welcome. You get an opportunity to present your work. You get an opportunity to discuss, to get feedback, to get honest, positive, constructive feedback on your work. And I really felt that was providing a lot, and that was early in my career, and I can say it has benefited me in so many different ways throughout also my professional career. For me personally, because I work internationally, you mentioned some of the key projects like Great Bell, Stonecutters, Chanakkale, and I could mention a number of other projects here in this part of the world, Panama Bridge and so on.
Wow.
And the international network that a member gets access to through IABSE is really strong. So if you're looking for, it can be a particular technical advice, it's easy to go through our task group to see who's focusing on this area. Or if you have a geographical or regional interest, go through the members directory, look who's active in that region, is there someone I know, or is there someone who could introduce me to this person?
Very true.
I think that is really strong. And then I could continue, but I mentioned one more thing, Brenda.
Yes, please go ahead.
It is so easy to get an active involvement. I mean, and alumni associations, institutions, it's perhaps a bit more like passive membership. Whereas IABSE, the more active you are, you can just see an exponential increase in the benefits because the more active you are, the broader will your network be, and the more you'll be exposed, and the more knowledge
more people will
more people will reach out to you.
Because IABSE is pretty much like a family. I keep on saying, because we are not lost in a huge association where we don't have contact, or we know just a few people. IABSE is like a family. I mean, you get involved, exactly what Tina said. You get involved in a task group, and you have regular meetings online or or on site, and they become your friends and colleagues. So it's not just the technical aspect which will make you join IABSE, it's also the non-technical family aspect, the friendships that you make, the relationships that you make once you join IABSE, the passion that you see in the structural engineers when they join. They're so passionate about IABSE, they love IABSE, right? So I guess you have enough reasons to join IABSE.
And maybe one more thing, I mean, you put it perfectly, but I think it's also the trust.
Yes.
At a professional level, reaching out to somebody that you perhaps don't know, but the person is an IABSE member. So already you have that level of trust, because we share the same values, we have the same interests, and it's really about sharing knowledge openly. I think that is the key word.
Yeah. Talking about sharing knowledge openly, we have a list of webinars which have been conducted by experts coming from different fields like forensics, climate change. So please go to our website www.iabse.org, where you will find all information about our 6 commissions, our almost 50 task groups, webinars, our journals, our books, and everything that you would like to know. And still, if you have any queries, please write to us at secretariat@iabse.org. And Tina is here if you want to reach out to her. I'm sure she will love to get in touch with you.
Thank you, Brenda. Before we finish, could I just mention one more thing?
Yes, please.
The IABSE Academy. We are just about to launch, which I think this is a wonderful initiative by IABSE's Technical Commission, and under the Technical Commission we have the IABSE Academy Board, a number of very, very enthusiastic members who utilize the network. As we've just been talking about the IABSE network, they have used this network to come up with a series of you can say training programs, online training programs that will be launched shortly. So these will allow young engineers, it's targeted at young engineers or somebody who wishes to gain or to obtain more knowledge within specific areas. It is possible to take these courses, and there are currently 3 in a very advanced stage of planning. So 1 on bridge engineering, 1 on forensic, and 1 on inspection of existing structure. 3 super important topics. So what they offer within these programs, it is to attend these online lessons that are delivered by top-notch specialists from around the world. It would not be possible to go to one university and get the same level, the high level, high quality, and so many different perspectives. Just speaking about diversity again, these people come from many, many different countries around the globe. And then there is a thesis, so the student will have to write a thesis based on all the knowledge that has been gained, and then the thesis will be assessed by IABSE's experts, and ultimately it all ends up with a diploma that will be very useful, I think, also going forward in the professional careers. So stay tuned, that will be launched within the next few months. We're just in a testing phase, and I'm just so excited about it.
Very true, and IABSE will keep bridging the academia and the practicing engineers world. It will keep bridging the knowledge between young engineers and senior engineers. IABSE is really the place you would like to be. Thank you very much, Tina, for this
Thank you so
interview.
much, Brenda.
Thank you.
And hope to see you at one of our events.
Congresses, yes. Bye.